Whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, or just a special dinner, this technique guarantees your turkey will be the star of the show. Hi, I'm Sean. Hang around and I'll teach you how to cook one of these. After the brining time is up, it's time to take the turkey out and pat it dry. This step is key to making sure you get that crispy golden skin when cooking. Now let's take things up a notch and add our special festive rub that we make in-house here at ButcherBox. But first we're just going to put a little bit of oil over the turkey so then that festive rub sticks on nicely. Rub that oil all over the turkey, just a thin layer, and then sprinkle that festive rub. It's a bit of a messy job, but it's worth it. The amount of festive rub that we give you in the packet from here is ample for a whole bird. Turn the turkey on the side, sprinkle a bit of that on the side, get it under the wing. Keep turning the turkey over, and there we go, fully seasoned. Next step, I'm going to show you how to stuff it. As you can see, I've made a great big mess here. This can all be avoided if you get us to do it for you. Here I've got our most popular flavour, which is our traditional English style pork stuffing, and I'm just going to carefully place that in the large cavity of the turkey, making sure that it's not too compact in there and has a bit of room to breathe so then it can circulate well in the oven and cook evenly. Now it's time to transfer your turkey into the roasting dish. And now I'm going to place the turkey in the oven at 220 degrees for 10 minutes just to get it started. After 10 minutes we pulled the turkey out of the oven. As you can see, it's starting to brown a little bit on the top and it has potential to overcook if we leave it in there like that. So we have the perfect tasty solution for that. Get yourself some streaky bacon, and this is our perfect delicious solution to making sure that the top of our turkey doesn't burn. Now's the time to add some vegetables to the dish. Spread them evenly around, and don't be afraid to cut your potatoes larger because this turkey is going back into the oven for about 2.5 hours, and it'll be turned down to 180 degrees, cooked for approximately half an hour per kilogram. And for a 5 kilo bird like this, that's 2.5 hours. Okay, we're just going to check the temperature of our turkey now. I think it's getting quite close to being done. We're looking for around 69 to 71 degrees to pull this turkey out. Let's check the thigh, that can always be a little bit higher. Yep, this turkey's ready to rest. And here it is, a beautiful roasted Australian turkey. So it's time to carve our turkey. This turkey's been resting for about 2 hours and it's lukewarm, which is okay because it's going to be served with piping hot gravy. We're going to start with taking that bacon lattice or sheet off that we put on the turkey to stop it from going too dark. Reach in here and we're going to remove the stuffing that we put in there earlier. That stuffing, we can take it out and put it to the side and we'll slice that up later. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Maryland or the leg sections off first and then put them to the side. Get your knife and cut all the way down and then do the same thing on the other side. You can see there that the opening is in between this drumstick here and the side of the breast, and you can see there's a bit of skin there that's quite light coloured. Just run your knife through there and you'll see that it opens up very, very easily. Now we'll put our knife down and I'm just going to twist like that, or pull. And now there's a clear opening of where it needs to be cut. So the tip of our knife goes like that. There we have it. We have one whole turkey Maryland there. This is the drumstick and that is the thigh fillet. The next thing we're going to do is remove the wings. The wings just need to be cut in the right spot, which is, once again, if you go in here and just go in between where the wings and the breast are and cut around that drumette piece there, you can basically twist that off. That comes off completely easily like that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, there's our other wing. But one thing before carving the breast, I always like to take this whole section off here. Makes it a little bit easier for carving. So I'm just going to go down here, and excuse the noise, but I'm just going to snap that off, and you can use that for a stock or whatever else you wish to use it for. I've had a little clean up now, so we're back and we're going to take off these breasts completely off the bone. There's a breastbone that runs from here all the way down to here, and there's that wishbone that you would also get in a chicken that's through there. Now what we're going to do is identify that bone that runs there, and we're just going to move slightly to the left of it and slightly to the right of it, and then we're going to cut down all the way. I don't mind leaving a little bit of meat on the carcass because I like to make a really nice stock or a soup afterwards. I just run my finger down, get my knife safely past my thumb, and just using the tip of my knife, work my way around the breast, but with my left hand, I'm just peeling it away very lightly so I don't tear the breast or ruin the tenderloin that's under here. So we're just going to go around, and there we go. There's the breast, completely removed. That section there is a tenderloin. It's always nice to keep that in good shape. I'm going to change sides and I'm going to do the exact same thing. And that is the two breasts completely removed. Okay, we're back to slice our breast. I've got our breasts sitting down here, so let's just slice these to about 1/2 inch slices. This is feeling very tender, and I think it's gonna eat very well. I'm just gonna go ahead and get that off my cutting board straight onto the plate. Now I'm gonna go ahead and slice the other side. 1/2 inch is a nice thickness. This is good for eating hot, eating cold. And there it is, 2 turkey breasts sliced, ready to serve. Okay, and now we're gonna get our turkey wings and we're just gonna slice them up. Just run your knife straight down that. And then also, here's the flight, and then here's the mid wing. Same as you would with chicken. Just run your knife through there. All right, so that's our wings cut up. I'm just gonna go ahead and put them back over to the side. And now I'm gonna show you how to cut up the Maryland. I like to turn it over. I find it a little bit easier to cut it when you turn it over. You can sort of see that line, okay? That line runs straight there. If you cut in the right spot, you'll go straight through. Maryland, I like to take the bone out and carve that up. Drumstick, I like to serve that whole. Let's get these drumsticks and wings set up over here. I'm gonna put the flights over here with my soup and stock because you don't really want to chew on that. And we put our wings over there. Okay, let's get this other drumstick once again, straight up. All right, there's our next drumstick. Okay, next up, we're going to take the bones out of this thigh and we're going to slice up this meat. So the bone runs from there to there. Just run the tip of your knife down like you did before to get around that breast. And once your tip of your knife has gone in, you can get your fingers in there. Keep moving the meat around. You can definitely cut this into a few pieces when you're removing it, but I like to keep them large as possible because I like to serve nice large slices. This thigh bone can go straight with the frame. That's more for soups and stocks. So here's our thigh fillets all in one piece. And now it's as simple as slicing them just like we did for the breast. So we're just gonna slice that against the grain. And if you're wondering which way against the grain was, it was the same way the bone was running. So when you see where the bone was, turn it over and slice it against it. Making sure you use a very sharp knife. If you don't use a sharp knife, you can pull the skin off all the pieces and then you'll have unhappy guests because all the skin will be missing. I'm gonna leave this one a little bit bigger. And there's our thigh fillets all sliced up. So far we have our 2 breasts sliced ready to serve, our 2 thighs, we've got 2 drumsticks, 2 wingettes, 2 drumettes, and a whole bunch of meaty soup bones for stocks or soups. Okay, now it's time to slice our stuffing. I've moved our breast over to make a little bit of room here, and we take our stuffing and we slice this exactly the same way we did everything else. Cut this as thick as you want. You can also tear it up so people get nice chunks of it. And there's our stuffing. Now that leaves us with our bacon. This can be used for a couple of things. This can also be a little snack for yourself to reward yourself for doing all this hard work. Cut up this bacon, dice it all up. Now this bacon can be used to cook with your Brussels sprouts, it can be put inside your gravy, and of course it can be served as is. And there you have it, a fully brined, cooked and carved Australian turkey, brought to you by ButcherBox.